Hello, this is Miss Candy from TPOT Media. Welcome to Dark Exodus.
Yeah, X.
Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus.
Yeah, X.
Dark Exodus.
The front step. You know.
Dark Exodus.
You understand?
Yeah, X.
Open your mind.
Peace,
Now, what you think about
folks, and welcome back to another edition
Dark
of
Exodus.
the Prophet of Thought series right here on the old TPOT YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why you're here. And tonight, we will be talking about the love of white folks. Now, I know y'all have heard me talk about this before. Y'all have heard me say this many times, that a lot of us, we just love white people. We just love them to death. We idolize them. We fear them. We want to be them. All of that. See this picture behind me? See that one token black ass person in there? That's you. That's you. A few donations last night. Damn, what the hell just happened?
Dark Exodus.
What the hell just happened? Some craziness just happened, y'all. I don't know what the hell went wrong. We're not having a storm, so I don't know what's good with the old internet. I know the bill is paid because I just paid the bill like 2 days ago, so it ain't the cable company cutting my shit off. Because I did just pay the bill. Yeah, like I was saying tonight, we're going to be talking about the love of white folks. Okay? Now, we've heard the talk. We've seen the people who this describes. And more often than not, we have seen people who, it used to be a time when, I know when I was coming up, there used to be a time when brothers kind of showed their affinity towards white folks kind of on the low. Now it's pretty blatant and in your face now. Okay? Now they'll just throw black folks under the bus for the amusement of white folks, for the smiles of white folks. Because let us be clear, it's no secret that in the United States of America, the United States of America was never designed for black people. It just wasn't. The policies, the politics were never designed for black people. The rules, the regulations, the way this place is structured, the way this country is structured was never designed for black people. So as black people, we've always had to kind of circumnavigate around certain obstacles. I mean, it's just part of being a black person. Now, when you see all these white folks, right? What do you often think when you see white folks? What you think? Do you think money? Do you think a good life? Do you think happiness? Do you think the American dream? I don't know. When I know me, I don't know about y'all, but when I see white folks, I think that here come some people that are privileged. That's how I see most white people. I see most white people as privileged people, okay? Even if they're white people who like live in a trailer park, okay, dirt ass poor, they can probably get more respect than you, and you got money, okay? That's just the way this country is designed. Now, people may disagree with that, okay? They may disagree with that, but if you go somewhere, the black man with yourself dressed up, shirt and tie, nice slacks, nice Brook Brothers shoes, and you walk into a place, you will still get treated different than this dirt poor white man. Not only by white people, you'll probably get treated worse than that white man by black people. Y'all have heard me talk about this before too. I go and I get supplies and stuff, for my shop that I operate. And unfortunately for me, a lot of the people who work in these stores that I happen to go to get contract and supplies happen to be black people working in there. And I mean, they damn near kissing the white man's ass. All right? Damn near kissing his ass. When I come up, all right? When I come up, I automatically, the facial expression changes, the attitude changes, all of that. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm saying this to y'all is because when you think about us as black people doing stuff for the love of white folks, okay? When we turn on each other, I think we're doing that for the love of white folks, especially when we do it in front of white folks. I think there's no greater disrespect that one black person can give another black person than throwing them under the bus in front of white folks, lying on them in front of white folks, degrading them in front of white folks. I mean, if that ain't cooning, I don't know what is. I mean, if you're going to be the type of person who throws black people under the bus for the for the delight of white people. You're beyond cooning and selling out. You're just a straight Sambo. Okay? You're just a straight Sambo. You might as well be standing next to the white man's bed saying, "Master, we sick." You might as well be doing that. Yeah, you might as well be doing it. You might as well. You might as well. Now, what I wanna talk to y'all about tonight, all jokes aside, what I want to talk to y'all about tonight is we have those amongst us who just love white folks. Now, I don't know why we love white people the way we do. Maybe because we've been conditioned by media. Media has conditioned us to think that white people are greater. Okay? I mean, media has conditioned us to make us think that, white people are the superior people. Maybe we've bought into the whole white supremacy narrative. I don't know. Maybe we think we'll be better off in life if we ingratiate ourselves with white folks, right? Maybe we think we'll be better off in life. I don't know. All I know is in these days and times, it seems like, number one, when you think about people who have this affinity for white folks, and I'm not talking about just, I see Katie 84 is talking about the swirlers. I don't even think the swirlers are the worst. People who date white folks, I don't even think they're the worst, because I don't think that they even have the love of white folks like that. I think they more so have a hate for black folks. You understand what I'm saying? I think they hate black folks more than they love white folks, if you can understand what I'm saying. I think the people who love white folks are the people who they're more likely to come at black folks in a way that, I don't want to say from a position of I don't want to say from a position of looking down on black. Well, I guess I could say that. I think people who are in love with white folks think that white people are better than black people. And when you think about it, you can kind of see where they're coming from, because see, they don't have any belief in their people. They've been indoctrinated. They've been indoctrinated by, others. They've been indoctrinated by media and TV. They might have been indoctrinated by the people who they were raised by or whatever. I mean, I think people who date white folks, I think they not really, not so much that they love white people. I think that they just hate themselves a lot. All right. I think they have some type of hate of their people, or they have hate of their people because of experiences that they had, or they may think that dealing with white people will be better for them because, like I said before, they think that white people are better. When they see a white person, they think a better way of life. They think that they're going to get better treatment. They think that if they get with white people, their life may be better. All right? Now, I don't think they're doing it for the love of white people. I think that's more of a self-serving thing when you date a white person. You understand? I think that's more of a self-serving thing. Now, when we talk about the other people who just do things for the love of white folks, these are the people who have they have such venom and vitriol for black people. Now, don't get me wrong. I get in our ass too. All right. I talk shit about us too. All right. I go in on us sometimes because some of the shit I see as a black man pisses me off. And I know that we as a people are smarter than that. But on the other side of that, that is not all I do. If all a person does, right, is throw black folks under the bus, and they're a black person, you have to wonder, you hear people say, oh, this person hates their mother, this person hates themselves. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that these people necessarily hate themselves or hate their mother. I believe that these people are saying things that they don't really believe. They're trying to convince us and at the same time convince themselves. Because, see, the only way they can separate themselves from the things that they are describing is if they convince themselves of the things that they're saying. You understand? Even if they don't believe it. But they have to convince themselves of it. Because how else can you separate yourself from it? How else can you separate yourself from your own people? Unless you convince yourself that you are not of your people. What's that Malcolm X says? No man is above the condition of his people. Okay? No man is. So when you have people who do things for the love of white folks, if they feel like if they do this particular thing, if they talk a particular way, if they act a particular way, that will bring them closer to whatever American dream, whatever promised land they think that lies in the horizon. Because, see, they don't have the belief in their own self that they can do it as this black person, doing things as a black person. All right? So they have to pick up the white ideal, the white standard, the white whatever to make it to the mountaintop, so to speak. I believe that. But see, on media, okay, a lot of us have a tendency to not only do things for the love of white folks, because I believe a lot of the stuff that we do, we're doing it for the love of white folks and we don't even know it. Especially when we get up on here and we go at each other's throats. We talk shit. Cash shit about each other. And I truly believe that a lot of this stuff, you got white folks sitting back laughing at it. All right? You got white folks sitting back laughing at it. And you also got people like this sitting back laughing at it. Okay? Because, see, when they look at themselves, okay, they lean more towards whiteness anyway. I say this a lot about some of us. I believe that a lot of us wish we were white. If we could have a white man, we would. If we could have a white woman, we would. We probably would have a white kid if we could. Many of us, if there was a pill to take or an injection to shoot in our arm to make us white, I believe the pharmacies wouldn't be able to keep that shit on the shelves. Now people will say, X, that's not true. Oh, X, that's not true. I'm telling you, man, just look around you. Just look around you. Now, I know many black people won't come out and say, I wish I was white. But let me tell you something. There is a lot of us who wish they had been born white or light enough to pass. Because those of us who are light enough to pass, we spend a lot of time trying to pass, don't we? Don't we? If we light enough to pass as almost white, we spend a lot of time trying to do it, don't we? Think about that. Just think about that. Now, when you talking about people like us, right? See, I'm a dark-skinned, brown, black-ass man, okay? I can't pass for nothing except a black man. That's all I can pass for, right? But you would look at me different if you just saw me hanging out with white folks all the time, right? As a matter of fact, when I'm hanging out with white folks, I probably look blacker than I am, right? I look blacker than I am because I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. Just like these folks behind us, right? Right? Because believe it or not, even when you hang out with a bunch of white folks, the only thing that is bright on you at that time is whatever you got going on inside of you. That's what they have to understand. I mean, because no matter what, you always going to be black. You're always going to be black. And when it comes down to it, if they have to choose sides, guess whose side your ass ain't going to be on? You ain't going to be on the side with those white folks. You're just not. All right? You're just not. So to try to be a black person and do things for the love of white people, all you're doing is selling yourself short, man. Because at the end of the day, trust me, no matter how many times they tell you they don't see color, that in itself is a damn insult because it's a straight up lie. All right? Because the only way they're not seeing color is if they got them filters on their eyes and they see in black and white like a goddamn canine. They see your color. All right? Maybe they've just gotten used to seeing it, but they see it. So whenever some white person tell you they don't see color, tell them that they're lying. Because that's what I do. Whenever a white person tell me they don't see color, I'm like, man, yes, you do. Yes, you do see color. Maybe you've gotten used to seeing my color, but you do see color. Those are the worst people. I can have more respect for some old redneck who just say, hey, you know what? I hate you black ass niggas. I can have more respect for him than I can for somebody who says, I don't see color. I have black friends. You understand? Those are the worst people. The people who pretend that your ass ain't black. You understand? At least old bigoted redneck, he let your ass know that he realizes you're black. You understand where I'm coming from? So don't fall for the bullshit when you got these people telling you they don't see color, because that's nonsense. And for you to accept that, because see, I know white people. I have white people that I know, and they don't even come at me with that shit. Because, you know, I talk the same shit to them that I do right here on this old internet sphere. So they know better than to tell me that they don't see my damn color. All right? They know better. Because I'm not even trying to go for that nonsense. Because when you go for that nonsense, guess what? All you doing, man, you're going for it not for yourself. You're going for it for the love of white folks, man. You're going for it for the love of white folks. It's as simple as that. Because see, this is what we got to understand as black people, okay? Living in this country, right? Now, you can have the same things that white people have. You can go to the same schools. You can work the same jobs. You can, if you got enough money, you can drive the same cars. You can buy the same houses. So it's not so much of that you can't do what white folks do. You can. You may have to work a little harder because it's probably easier for them to get it than it is for you to get it. But you can have these same materialistic things that white folks have. Because guess what? When you walk into a car dealership, they don't give a damn what color you are. You got enough money to buy that car, you're going to buy it. Same with a house. You got enough money to buy the house, you're going to buy the house. Right? So it's not about so much, especially when you're talking about finances. But see, that's just the thing. You don't have to. I don't feel like you should have to sell yourself or sell your blackness off just to have these things. because I've said this before too. If I have to be beholden to white folks, if I have to pretend to love white folks to be successful, to have money, they can keep it. They can keep it. Because they don't have enough money. They don't have enough money to be my master. They don't have enough money for me to be beholden to them. Now, I know a lot of us listening to this right now, we're like, oh, what the hell is X talking about? I don't love white folks. I hate white people. Gotta be careful of those black ass people too. Because those same people were always trying to tell you how much they hate white folks. Follow their ass to their job one day. Especially if they work in the service industry where they work for Walmart or Target or goddamn, you know what I'm saying? They work at a supermarket, somewhere where they have to deal with people cross a counter. Stand back and watch how they deal with white folks. And like I said before, watch how they deal with you. Who do you think they love? Now they'll come and get on social media and bang on the beast, as they say, and talk all kinds of shit about white folks. But when they at their job, it's totally different. They damn near pulling white folks' pants down and kissing their butt cheeks. Is that how you show your hatred for them? Or is it that you work around white people, so you think you are obligated to kiss their ass? I don't know. Because you work for white people, maybe you obligated to kiss their ass. Maybe that's part of your job. Maybe when you were hired, they said, well, you know, you're going to be a cashier, you're going to work the cash register, and also a prerequisite of this job is you have to be willing to kiss white customers' ass. Maybe they told them that. All right? Because see, when I was younger, I worked for white people. I mean, I worked for white people up until I was like in my early 40s. But one thing I never did was kiss their ass. I mean, I treated them like humans, all right? Because I believe everybody deserves respect as a human being. But I never bowed to them or tried to make myself come off as more educated or more articulate when I was around white folks. Okay? Y'all know when you get around white people, you know, you try not to use slang, you be a little more articulate, you know, because you don't want white folks to think ill of you, right? You want white folks to like you because, see, you love them. So at the very least, you want them to like you, right? You want them to like you because you love them, right? So y'all know how it goes. Y'all know how this goes. Y'all know that we, as black people, many of us have kissed the ass of white folks over the course of many decades, all right? A lot of us have kissed the ass of white folks over the course of many centuries. Centuries. My question is, why? And also, what has it gotten you? Now, it might have made you a little money. Yeah, it might have made you a little money. Shoot, it might have even made you popular with white folks. But that popularity that you got from white folks, do they genuinely like you? Do they genuinely think you are a popular personality? Or do they look at you kind of like a minstrel show? Especially if the thing that makes you popular is talking shit about other black folks. Because think about it. How often do you hear white folks talking about other white folks in front of black folks? Unless it's like a comedy skit or some shit like that. How often do you see white folks talking about other white folks? How often? in front of black folks. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But we, as black people, we have no problem talking shit about black folks in front of white folks.
Dark Exodus.
Especially our SAMBOs. Okay? Because remember now, master, we sick. Okay? And we be standing and have that that same look. See that look that's on that face? That's how we look. Master, we sick. Need your shoes shine, master. You need your bed made, master. Need me to make you some warm milk, master. Need me to run all the other niggas out of here, master. You need me to tell some nigga jokes, master. I mean, this is what we've come to. This is what we've come to. Especially now. Okay? See, now being a Sambo is actually pretty popular. And I say Sambo because Sambo is the term. I mean, often we say Uncle Tom, but we're using it wrong. We're using it wrong because, see, Sambo was the person who beat Tom to death. Okay? Sambo was the person who beat Tom to death for the evil, cruel slave master.
Dark.
Do you understand?
Dark Exodus.
You understand? So we throw that term Uncle Tom around and we're using it wrong, y'all. We're using it wrong because Sambo was the guy who was kissing Master's ass, all right? He was kissing Master's ass and he beat Tom to death. Remember? In the book, he beat Tom to death while Tom forgave him as he was killing him. You understand? Yeah, that's right. JLJ5, because see, Sambo wanted them butter biscuits. Sambo wanted them butter biscuits. So he just beat Tom to death. Okay? So we got to be careful of that too. But this is the thing. And this is what I want to get across to y'all tonight. I'm not going to stay on here long tonight. Well, maybe I might. It all depends on what I'm thinking about. But the thing is this. Like I was saying before, there's a lot of us on media now who, without even realizing it, we are not just throwing each other under the bus for white folks. I mean, we are making each other look bad for the thrill and enchantment of white folks. Because think about it. Now, I'm not trying to say that we should be too concerned with what white folks think, but I think we should be concerned. We should be concerned with the perception that we put across, especially about each other when it comes to white folks. I believe that the greatest thing to fight, the white power structure and the big evil boogeyman that we talk about all the time, white supremacy, the biggest weapon we can use to fight against that is to have some degree of unity. Now, I know all of us ain't gonna get together and sing Kumbaya. Number one, is too many niggas and too many of us are stupid for that to happen. But for the most part, we should at least be showing some type of solidarity with one another, especially in front of white folks. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in front of white folks. White folks need to see us united. Even if we fucking pretending. Even if we pretending. They need to see us united. White folks need to see black people and say, God damn, those black folks really stick together. That's what white people need to be saying about us. Okay? Now, maybe y'all think I'm wrong for that. Maybe y'all think I'm wrong for saying that. But I don't care. That's what I think white people should say when they see black people. You understand? You understand? Even if we're pretending. All right? Because y'all know how it go. God damn it, if you tell yourself something enough, it'll start to become real to you, right? So even if you pretending that it's a united front, eventually it may start to become real to us. Think about that. Right? Because, see, many of us, we've got it mixed up, man. Yeah, we got it mixed up. We got it mixed up because we think that the further we are away from black folks, the closer we are to white folks. And nothing could be further from the truth. Because one thing your ass can't do is climb out of your damn skin. And until they invent this pill that turns your ass white, all right, you stuck in that black ass skin. All right. And unfortunately, we live in a time now, and I've talked about this before. You hear people say that racism has gotten better, bigotry has gotten better, discrimination has gotten better. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe there's no better racism or better discrimination or better bigotry. What I believe is that black people, we as people, we have gotten better at dealing with it. That's what I believe. I believe we've gotten better at dealing with racism, discrimination, and bigotry. It hasn't gotten better. It has remained the same. It's plateaued, okay? If anything, it's gotten worse, all right? It's gotten worse. So we have developed over a course of time to kind of circumnavigate our way around it. And that's what I think a lot of these people who do things because they love white people, I think that that's what they have in their mind that they're doing. They believe that they're circumnavigating around bigotry and discrimination and prejudice. That's what I truly believe. I think that is at the crux of it. That's why they so quick to throw black folks under the bus. That's why they so quick to say, you people, them, those people, they. You ever notice that? You ever notice that they use those words a lot? They, them, those people. As if they're not even part of it. As if they're not even part of the people. Now, one thing about my black ass, I get right up here and say, we, us, and I make sure I throw my black ass in there too. You know why? Because I'm part of my people. Yeah, my people do a lot of shit that I don't like. Okay? A lot of the women in our community is just ratchet hoes. A lot of the dudes in the community is just stupid, dumbass niggas who ain't gonna never amount to shit. That's just the reality. I understand that. But at the same time, I will never separate myself from those people or try to elevate myself above those people as if I am better than those people. Because guess what? I'm black just like them. Okay? I'm black just like them. I ain't no better than anybody. All right? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have friends who died when we was in our 20s. I know people who are doing life bids. All right? I know baby mamas with 9 and 10 kids. So, you know, we as black people, you know, we're never too far removed from dysfunction. It's just part of who we are. We all know somebody with some dysfunction going on with them. Shit, ourselves. Shit, usually all we got to do is look in the mirror to see some dysfunction. Right? So I've never put myself in a position where I think I'm better than other black folks because I may have a nicer car. I may have a little more money. I may have went to a college. I may have, you know, a little more things than they have. I may live a better life. And it's not because I'm better. I'm no better than people who are living in the ghetto, man, eating roaches. The only difference between me and them is that I may have made a few better decisions. That's it. Because that's what it all comes down to. It all comes down to your decision making. All right? Because I've said this many times before. Shoot, I was only one decision from being dead, one decision from being on crack, one decision from spending life in a goddamn penitentiary somewhere. And I truly believe that the reason why these people have a tendency to try to separate themselves from other black folks is because they think this is their way to circumnavigate bigotry and racism. And see, it's a straighter line to white folks. You understand? See, the line is crooked trying to get to white folks. It zigzags and it curls and it does a figure eight and all that. Now, if you like to go the SAMBO route, the line is straighter. It's quicker. Okay? Because you are going to find white people who look at you and say, that's good. That's good black folk. Yeah, that's good black folk. You're going to have white people who say that. And guess what? Newsflash, y'all. That's a fucking insult. When someone look at you and say you are a good black person, they're fucking insulting you, man. They're insulting you. Because what they're really saying is, you're black, but you're not like the other fucked up blacks. You actually kiss our ass. You actually do shit we like. You talk how we like. You act how we like as people. You understand? Do you understand? When they tell you, you are talking about this, that's good white folk. Yeah, when you're saying that, you are also insulting yourself when you say that. Yeah, you're insulting yourself. And you're insulting all of your fucking people. All right? You're insulting all your people. Because I don't think there's no such thing as good white folk as far as black people are concerned. I think there are tolerable white people and white people who aren't tolerable. There's no label. There's no way to describe white folk as good or bad when you're a black person. Because like I said, I know white people. And I know white people that they're tolerable. They don't fuck with me. They don't say nigga in front of me. And what they also don't say in front of my ass is they don't see color. All right? And they never say to me, oh, you a good black folk. Because see, the minute they say that, that's when we stop fucking associating with each other. You know? I deal with white people in my business, okay? I run a business. So I deal with all people because like I always say, everybody's fucking money is green. All right? And I do deal with white folks. I deal with white folks. I deal with Hispanic folks. I deal with Asian folks. I deal with black folks. And let me tell you something. When white people come to my shop, all right, I don't treat them, I'm not going to say I treat them worse than I treat black people. But I don't treat them the same as I treat black people. Because see, when black people come into my shop, I am so humbled and honored most of the time that the brothers are patronizing me. And quiet as kept, because you know there's only a few of us here. Quiet as kept, I cut my brothers deals that I wouldn't cut white folks. Okay? I will move their stuff ahead of white folks if they really need it. If they're a brother. I mean, that's just the truth. All right? Do I do it for everybody? No. But I do it for the brothers. And all the brothers, because I know a couple brothers who come to my shop, they watch this show. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right? Because see, I'm the type of person where, not to brag or anything like that, but me, I'm the type of person where, how's that song go from Brand Nubian? I don't front on my brothers. I take care of them before I take care of others. That's kind of how I get down. I patronize many black stores. I make it my business to go places where black people work. When I buy my supplies, I try to find black suppliers if I can. If I can't, I'm just stuck with dealing with the Hispanics or the white folks. But I'll make it my business to try to find black supplies because I want to give my money to other black folks. I mean, if I'm going to spend my money, I'll spend my money with black people. All right? The only thing is that often you can't find, when you're in my business, the business that I have, it's hard to find black suppliers. I have a lot of black customers now. I do have some black customers. I actually have more black customers now than I had when I lived in a blacker, if you will, part of the town. So my business with the brothers has picked up. And let me tell you something. I appreciate that the brothers come to me. I do. Because likewise, I want brothers to feel like they can come to me instead of have to go to the white man. You understand? Because I'm just as good as any white man, if not better. All right? Not better. So I want the brothers to come to me. Because guess what? If they got a business that they run, I'm going to come to them. All right? Case in point. I go to the brothers. I get it from them. I don't go to the white man and get it. I go to them and get it. Because, see, they're in the business. So when I need it, I go to them. Why would I go to the white man and get it when I have all these brothers around me that I know are in the business? You understand? But I think a lot of times, many of us, I hate to use this line because we use it so much, but it's true. It's always the white man's ice. It's colder. Always. Because guess what? It's brothers who know I do what I do. But guess what? Instead of driving 10 minutes to come see me, they'll drive 35 minutes to go see the white boys. Why? Because, see, they'd rather give their money to the white man. They'd rather give it to the white man. Because, see, they love the white man. You understand? Not only do they love the white man and idolize the white man, they feel like if I'm going to give my money, I might as well give it to white daddy. You understand? Because, see, a lot of us as black people, we have this Jesus complex, because in all seriousness, I think that a lot of times it's not totally our fault, okay? Because a lot of us, we grew up in homes with white Jesus on the wall, even though we was all black folks, and we walked by this thing every day, and we watched how our mama kept that picture clean and made sure she hung it in the very center of the living room. And you always heard her say, "Oh, Jesus, sweet Jesus," right? Now, fast forward that you're an adult. All those years as a child, you internalize mama saying, "Sweet Jesus." You internalize walking by that big old portrait of blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus on the wall. So a lot of us, we look at white folks like they damn near Jesus. A lot of us, we have this worship. It's beyond love. It's worship of white folks. Why? Because it's been indoctrinated in us. We've internalized it. Okay? And a lot of it came from when you were younger. When you were a kid. Because, see, your mama loved white folks. Yeah, she loved white folks. She probably would have had you old white stepdaddy if one of them would have came in there and married a black ass. Yeah, she loved white folks. She did. That white portrait of Jesus on the wall made her love white folks. Now I know y'all sit back and y'all like, oh my God, here go X talking this bullshit. Why is he saying this? First of all, I'm saying it because this is Dark Exodus. And I'm also saying it because it's true. Now, after y'all listen to this tonight, many of you are going to go and you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to ask yourself, damn, do I love white folks? Like X said, I don't believe X. I don't love white folks. But I'm going to give you a test. Now, you want to know if you love white folks. I'll tell you how. You can find out. When you talk about black folks, do you use the words them, they, or do you use the words we or us? If you use the words them, they, you might love white folks. Also, if you are a person who spends a lot of your time doing things that white folks would normally do, if you find yourself patronizing places that mostly white folks patronize, if you find yourself not going to the black man's business, going to the white man's business, if you're doing any of these things, it's a possibility that you might love white folks. Also, like I said before, if you happen to work in the service industry, when white folks come to your counter and you smiling so hard that your smile is going up to your temple, and you are, yes sir, yes ma'am, how you doing ma'am, to white folks. But when a brother like me come to your counter, the response is, can I help you? And I mean, can I help you? If that is you, you might just love white folks. Now, those are just a few examples that I gave y'all. But I know it applies to some of you. I know it applies to some of you. Now, I'm not mad at you because you love white folks. Yeah, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you because you love white people. I'm not. And I don't think any of us should be mad of the brothers and the sisters who love white people. We shouldn't be mad at them. We should be happy. We should give them a round of applause. And you know why we should give them a round of applause? Because, see, we as black people, we better off without they black asses. Yeah, we're better off without them. We're better off without them. We don't need them, y'all. Yeah, we don't need them. We don't need them. They don't want to be bothered with us anyway. They don't want to be bothered with us anyway. They think they're better than us. They think they are a greater type of black person. When you talk about black supremacy, that is it. They think they are a better black person because they show an affinity towards white people. You understand? They think they are a better grade of black people. They think they are a better stripe of black people. You understand? You understand? Now, I know I talk about this shit a lot. Because, see, I believe a lot of us just love white folks. We love them. We idolize them. We worship them. And we fear them at the same time. All at the same time. Because a lot of us are confused. We confused with who we are. You understand? We confused with who we are. Now, I'm going to do a little poll, and I'm going to see if anyone's willing to admit. I'm going to see if any of y'all are willing to admit. If you love white folks, if you love white folks, put a 1 in there. If you are for black folks, put a 2 in there. And if you're feeling generous, feel free to drop a few coins in this here bucket.
Yeah, X.
Let's see. No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything. I'm starting to believe y'all love white folks. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm going to do a roll call. I see you up there. BJ Allen D. Char to the Will. KD 84. Malika McBain. Linda Anderson. Quad B in the house. What's good, brother? Who else we got in here? JLJ5 up in here. Who else we got? Brother Craig Harper up in here. Brother Brian Hunter up in here. So, only 2 people in here don't love white folks. I can't believe it. So the rest of y'all love white folks. I knew it. I knew it. I knew y'all loved white folks. I'm telling you, some of us just love white people. Yeah, we love white folks. Because, see, the reason why I said that, because I wanted to see who would be willing or who's paying attention enough to at least take the time to at least pretend pretend that they didn't love white people. Y'all know y'all can't come up on here without me fucking with y'all. Y'all know I'ma fuck with y'all. Especially if I suspect you love white folks. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fuck with you if I suspect you love white folks. Now, don't get me wrong, all right? Because I know I have some white listeners, and I know some of y'all deal with white folks because, you know, us as black people, it's almost impossible for many of us, you know, to not deal with white folks at all. I know in my business it would be impossible for me not to deal with white people. That's just absurd and ridiculous to even say that. I don't want y'all to be prejudiced. I don't want y'all to be bigoted towards white people or, you know, go out and do something crazy to white folks. But what I would like for y'all to do, is that affinity that you have for white people, that respect that you show to white people, that better you. Because, you know, we do that shit when we get around white folks. We show a better us. Okay? Whatever that better us may be. Okay? You understand? That better us. We put that in front of us. Okay? We put that out front when we get around white folks. What I would like y'all to do, I would like y'all to do that with black people. I would like y'all to show your better self with black people. Show black folks that respect. Give black people that affinity. Okay? Show black folks some of that kindness and that that goddamn worship that you show white folks. Now imagine if those of us who love white people and the affinity and affection and the way we idolize white folks simply for them being white. What if we idolize black people just because they're black? What if we treated them with a greater respect just because they're black? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One thing about a black person that's prejudiced, that prejudiced black person who's prejudiced against white people, more than likely that brother, if he was to see something going down with you and white folks, even though he didn't know you, he would probably have your damn back. Because see, he's prejudiced. He don't like white folks. You understand? You understand? Now, I say again, I'm not trying to advocate prejudice. All right? I would never advocate prejudice, because I feel like we as black people, all the prejudice we've endured in this damn country for the past 469 years, okay? All the prejudice we've endured, we should be the last people to be prejudiced against anyone. But we have to understand this. Having the love of white folks, eventually you're going to go to sleep one night and you're going to wake up and you're going to be Jesse Lee Peterson. No. But seriously, having this love and worship of white folks, man, if you love and worship white folks, man, don't you know that no matter what, you're going to get further and further and further away from yourself? You're going to get further and further away from yourself. Because there's no way you can stay close to your own self, your own mentality, if you're constantly trying to ingratiate yourself to white people. I'm a true believer that practice makes perfect. And if you're a person who continues to practice this, pretty soon you're gonna get perfect at it. You understand? You understand? If you keep practicing this shit, eventually you're gonna get perfect at it. All right? Pretty soon your ass will be walking around saying you're not black. Because see, once you're saying that, your ass is gone. Yeah, you gone now. You're gone. Once you're saying you're not black, you are officially gone. Now those people, we should be glad that they gone. Yeah, we should be glad they're gone. You understand? We should be glad that these folks are gone. Because, see, we don't need them. You know why? Because they ain't going to do us no damn good anyway. You understand? The hell? Why is the damn image going through my damn tie? Jesus. Oh, because it's, god damn it, the shit got green in it, y'all. I'm like, damn, why is this shit going through my damn tie? Yeah, I mean, we don't need them. Because they're not going to do us any good anyway. They'll be the first one to jump on the white man's side against you. You understand? They will be the one to jump on the white man's side against you. You got to understand this. Okay? You got to understand this. I mean, you can strive to be compared to white folks. You can strive to kind of live up to white folks' standards. But the reality is this, man, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. Because, see, you're never going to be white. The only thing you can get close, even close to, is have white people say, you a good Negro. That's as high as you're getting. You're never getting any higher than that. No matter how much you love them. No matter how much you kiss their ass. No matter how you try to talk like them, walk like them, be like them. The highest you're ever going to get is them saying, you's a good Negro. Think about that. Because you think that they don't say that when your ass ain't around? You think when your ass ain't around, they ain't calling your ass nigga, jigaboo, the black guy? Huh? You think that ain't happening? Especially when you have white people who know what you're doing. You might can get away with it if you're around naive white folks who don't know that you're trying to ingratiate yourself to them. You know, they're naive. They just think, you know, you just some black guy. You know, they just think you good black folk. And, you know, you just, you know, you just trying to be, trying to get yourself in with them. But the white folks who know what you're doing, you look even stupider to them. Because, see, when they get amongst themselves, they like, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga trying to be like us. Yeah, they're clowning you. It only kind of works with the white folks who don't know what's going on. White folks who know what's going on, they've peeped your game, man. Yeah, they've peeped your game. They have peeped your game. And guess what? Once your game's been peeped, once your cover has been blown, you think you're going to get respect after that? You think you're going to get respect? Because, see, now you got white folks calling you a sellout. Once that happens, you hit an all-time low. Because now you got white folks calling you SAMBO. Think about that. They're calling you SAMBO. White people. And what do? You continue to show them love. You can't help it. You're in love with white people. You won't let them break up with you. You're like a stalker. You're a stalker of the white way of life. You must be around it. You must have it. You must try to grasp for it. You must try to be a part of it. You can't help it. It's that Jesus complex that's still in your mind. This is what I suggest to you, though. I suggest you go somewhere where it's all black people and just stand there for a while. Don't say anything. Don't talk. Don't speak. Don't stare at anyone. Just look straight ahead and just watch the sights and the sounds. Watch how the people move. Watch how they speak. Watch how they act. Because guess what, brother? You are one of them. You are not one of these people. You're one of them. And you're never going to get rewarded, man. Because true reward doesn't come from kissing ass. Because first and foremost, how can anyone respect you when you kiss their ass? Even white people understand that. They're not going to respect you if you kiss your ass. You kiss their ass, they're not going to respect you. Because I'm going to tell you, like I said, I deal with white people all the time. And the same shit I talk up here on media, I talk the same shit to them. I just do. And if any of my goddamn customers listen, they know that I'm not lying. All right? They know I'm not lying. White folks respect you more if you just be your goddamn self. If they're going to respect you at all, it's going to be for you being your goddamn self. Your black self. Not your black self trying to be like them white folks. Because if they ain't going to respect you for being yourself, you're never going to achieve their respect, man. It's as simple as that. Now, if you feel like ingratiating yourself to white folks is the only way you can get ahead, maybe, just maybe, you might be in the wrong industry. Maybe you're trying to achieve the wrong goals. Maybe you're after the wrong shit. Because I don't think any black person should be selling themselves out as a black person just to achieve some type of financial incentive. I just don't believe that, man. I just don't believe that we as black people should be trying to cuddle up to white folks to get ahead. I mean, I think that is just the biggest problem as black people not having anything at all. Because think about it. If the only way you can make it is by cuddling up to white people, what does that say about you? I know we often talk about being able to sleep at night, and that's become such a cliche too. But who the hell are you, man, when you look in the mirror? Especially if you're a person who sells his own people out, man. You sell your own people out for the love of white folks. How you look at yourself in the mirror, man? What the hell do you think about when you look at yourself? Or do you bury the shit in your mind? Do you bury the shit in your mind? Do you pretend that you are this superior person? This person who is blanketed by black supremacy over other black folks? Because see, in your mind, you good black folk. And other black folks are bad black folks. You know, according to the good white folk. Just listen to that shit. Just listen to it. Is that what you're saying to yourself? Is that what you're saying? And we as black people, man, we need to think about this shit, man. We really need to think about this stuff. Because a lot of us, like I said before, we kissing white folks' ass and we don't even realize it. It's just a normal part of our day. We've gotten so used to it. We've been practicing it so long. And like I always say, practice makes perfect. We practice it so much, we've gotten perfect at it. We've gotten perfect at it. Now, I often say that we as black people have a tendency to hate each other almost as much as white people hate us. And I believe the reason for that is basically because we've picked up white folks' ideals. We've picked up white folks' visions of black folks. We've picked that up. We picked it up. We don't think black people are worth it. For whatever reason. Whether it be propaganda, whether it be lies, whether it be whatever. What we've been told, what we've read, or basically what we think of each other. What we think of each other. And I know, like I said, I know it's hard, man. You know, Because black folks, sometimes it's hard to love us, man. It's hard to love us with some of the shit that we see going on. You know? Some of the shit we see going on in black society. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to love us. Especially when we see our images splashed on the news every day. Brothers in handcuffs. Brothers laying in body bags. We see torn down ghettos and poverty to no end. And a lot of those faces are black. But what you got to understand, brothers and sisters, is that these situations that we see are not just black problems. These are problems that go on with everyone. Everyone has these problems that we have. Now, are we forced to deal with other people's problems the way we deal with our own? Of course not. Because many of us don't have any contact with white folks. A lot of us don't have any contact with white folks. We just don't. But to be blinded, to have a degree of prejudice towards black people based on what we see in media and television and news articles, and you gotta understand is this, man. Everybody has those problems in the United States. Not just black folks. Not just black folks. Because guess what? Black people are U.S. citizens just like white folks. You understand? I mean, the overwhelming majority of black people in this country are black American people. You understand? You black American people. So it's not just black issues. It's just people issues. You understand? You understand? So when we base what we think about other black people because of what we've seen or images that have been splashed in front of us time and time and time again, like Professor Cerulean always says, we have to put these things into context, man. We have to put them into context. Because if you're a person that doesn't like other black people, what that says about you is that there's things about yourself you probably don't like either. You understand? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like every goddamn black person I come across either. Okay? I don't like every black person that I come across. Because, quite frankly, some black people are fucked up. But guess what? Some Hispanic people are fucked up. Some white folks are fucked up. Some Asian people are fucked up. So, when I look at a brother that's fucked up, he's just another fucked up person. I don't like the fact that he's fucked up. It's not that I dislike the brother because he's black and fucked up. I don't like him because he fucked up. No more so than I dislike a Hispanic person because he's Hispanic and fucked up. I don't like him because he fucked up. Period. But see, that love of white folks, when you're doing things for the love of white folks, you are probably more bigoted and prejudiced than they are. Especially when it comes to black people. Because you pass judgment on a swath of black people. Normally, when you hear brothers talking about black folks, a lot of times they're not even talking from personal experience. They're not talking from personal experience. things they've dealt with.
Open.
They just painting black people with a broad brush. They're not even talking from personal experience. That's the same shit white folks do. White folks talk shit about black people and they don't even know black people. You know, they don't have any black friends. But they watch TV. They're on the internet. They read the newspaper. So, of course, they pass judgment. Now, don't you think you're doing the same shit? When you painting other black people with a broad brush, you know, using those words, them, they, those. You're doing the same shit. But see, you don't have that option. You know why? Because guess what? When they talking about black folks, when they are talking about black folks and they painting black society with that broad brush, guess what? Your ass gets slapped in the face with that brush too. That's why you don't have that option. Now, you had personal experience with somebody and they've done some messed up shit to you. I can't tell you to like this person. I can't tell you that you should be singing Kumbaya with this person. This is your personal experience. Somebody did some shit to you. And yeah, that person was black. So that black person, I don't have a problem with you not liking that black person. I don't even have a problem with you passing judgment on that black person. Why? Because you have a personal experience. You have a personal history with that black person. That black person did something to you. So I am no way in a position to tell you you should like this person. I am no way in a position to tell you not to judge this person. But for you to pass judgment on all 45 or 44 million of us because somehow you think that separates you from us is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. In fact, we talk about swirlers. One of the brothers mentioned swirlers tonight. And like I said before, I don't even believe swirlers love white folks. I think they just hate black folks. I think they hate black folks more than they love white folks. See, I don't think it's that they love white folks, these swirling folks. They don't love white folks. They seek acceptance from white folks. Okay? They seek acceptance. Because, see, one thing I've noticed, especially when you're talking about, not to get too far off topic, but one thing I've noticed about, because I've seen this, women who have dated white men, when white daddy's done with their ass, boy, they become Hotep black power then, boy. They are Hotep black power then. Okay? They've dated white men, bucked around with white men. A lot of them may even had an old baby by a white man. But when them white men get done with their ass, they become the most blackest people you've ever seen. They so black that they damn nickname should be Spade. That doesn't strike me as people who love white folks. You understand? They don't love white folks. Because if they loved white folks, they would hang on in there and get another white man. No. When white daddy drop them, they become Hotep black power now. You know, nickname Spade. Now, let's talk about the people who I do believe love white folks. no matter how much white folks clown them, no matter how much white folks debunk the shit they say, no matter how much white folks defend black folks to them, they hang on in there. Yeah, they hang in there. They never get discouraged. They never get discouraged. You understand? You understand what I just said? No matter how much they get dumped on by the very people that they have this affinity for, they hang on in there. Those are the people who truly love white folks. Not the people who date them and marry them, and they don't love white people, man. They just want to be accepted by white people. They want to feel the white experience. They want to feel the white experience. Okay? They don't love white folks. They just happen to think that, white people are better than black people. That's why they do it. Yeah, that's why they do it. They want to get accepted by, this image of Jesus Christ, because they watched white Jesus all their life when they was a kid. But those people who really love white folks, let me tell you something. No matter what white folks say to them, no matter how many niggas they get called, they'll still hang in there. They're not going to turn black power. See what happens with the people who date white folks. They mess around and they get their nigga wake up call. You're a man, you laying around with white women, and one day she jumps up and call you nigga. That's your nigga wake up call. If you're a sister, you're laying around with a white man, one day he jumps up and he calls you nigga. That's your nigga wake up call. And see, the people who date them, once they get their nigga wake up call, that's it. Yeah, that's it. They done, like I said. Ungawa black power now. All right? They get that wake up call. Now they back to black. You understand? Ace of spade. So they don't love white folks. They just hate black folks. There's a difference. There is a difference. Because a lot of people, the people who do things for the love of white people, them I don't believe they hate black people. They love white folks, but they don't really hate black folks. They just another group of people who think that white people are better. They think there's more to gain by leaning towards the white ideal, the white ideology. They think it's more to gain. That's why they do it. They feel that if they can get white folks to love them, that their lives will be better. They'll have more money. They'll have more success. They'll have more exposure. They'll get more donations, more contributions. Do you understand? And they will hang in there even after the nigga wake up call. That is the difference between people who love white folks and people who just kind of want white folks to accept them. They haven't got to the love point yet. That's the difference. The people, even after they get their nigga wake up call, the people who just want a little bit of white acceptance, once they get their nigga wake up call, that's it. They done. They actually wake up. Yeah, they wake up from it. The others don't. They pretend the nigga wake up call don't exist. They pretend it's never coming. And if it's happened to them, they pretend it never happened. You understand? But I'm going to tell y'all this, because we're coming to the end of this here rant. We, as black folks, and while I'm finishing up, I might as well stick this up in here just in case y'all feeling generous with your coins. Just in case you're feeling generous with your coins, go ahead and throw a few in that there bucket. See right there? See, it looks like it's been swiped by a yellow highlighter. If you're feeling generous, throw a few coins in the bucket. It's greatly appreciated. And also, if you're feeling generous with your likes, throw a few of those in the bucket as well. It is also greatly appreciated. But
Yeah, X.
I want to say this, man, before we peel out of here. Oftentimes, we find ourselves at a crossroad in life as black people. We find ourselves at a crossroad because we want to do what's right. Many of us. I truly believe that we want to do what's right by our people. I truly believe that about everybody. At least I believe that's how we start off. We start off wanting to do right by our people. And don't get me wrong, I know sometimes, man, our people disappoint us, man. I know. I've been disappointed by our people many times throughout my many years of living. Okay? I've been alive for almost 5 decades. Trust me, I know disappointment.
Yeah, X.
I've seen it from all angles, and I've seen it throughout all of my life. And make no mistake, a lot of that disappointment has come by way of black folks. Now, that being said, we are often disappointed by our people. But what we have to keep in mind is this. How many of us have disappointed others? How many of us have did shit to disappoint other folks? How many of us have let other people down? How many of us have done badass shit to other people? How many of us? So, to think that because a few people in your personal life have done some things that kind of left a bad taste in your mouth, I don't think you should be painting black people with a broad brush. I don't think that you should be elevating yourself above other black people. I don't think that a few disappointments in black people should make you just disregard all black people. You know, that thing we always say, not all.
Yeah, X.
I think we got to think that way about each other, man. No matter what's going on. No matter what you see on TV. No matter how many bodies pile up in Chicago. No matter how many chicks that's got 20 babies. No matter how many brothers that got 20 baby mamas. No matter how many brothers that's in and out of jail. No matter how many brothers are walking up and down in the hood and robbing liquor stores and knocking old ladies in the head. I think we got to keep it in our mind, not all. Not all. Not all. Because guess what? If you're a black person who do things strictly to ingratiate yourself, to make yourself more palatable, to make yourself appear as good black folk for the love of white folks You ain't worth a damn to black folks anyway. So go ahead. Go be with them. Go be like them. We don't want your black ass around us anyway. We don't. We don't need you. Because guess what? If white folks wanted you to, your ass would throw on a damn sheet and hood too. If you thought it would get you closer to them, wouldn't you? Of course you would. Why? Because your black ass just love yourself. Some white folks. And that's real. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming out tonight, checking me out on this little rant. I just felt like it was something that I needed to do. What I wish y'all would do, though, with your white folk loving self, with your white folks loving self, get on down there to the Proper Thought Series Facebook page. You know, the main page. Okay, 2 words, Proper Thought Series on Facebook. Get on up there, like, share, follow. You can always catch up with me on that page. There's always some good shit up there. You can always catch up to what I'm doing as well. Also, get on the old TPOT bandwagon page. Now, that page is a personal page. You can actually send that page a friend request. I'll make sure that it gets clicked back quick. And also, get on down there to the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page. That's right, the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead and request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get accepted. Scouts honor. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's right, Prophet of Thought on Instagram. Check me out there. You follow me, you guaranteed to get a follow back. I do check it now more often, so you absolutely positively gonna get a follow back. Also, get on up to the Twitter page. You know, we talk about this every goddamn week. It's at TPOT Media on Twitter. That's at TPOT Media on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to haunt your ass in your sleep every night until wintertime. Also, get on down there to the old Proper Thought Series webpage. It's www.don'teventreit.wikifoundry.com. That's www.don'teventreit.wikifoundry.com. There's always some good shit down there. Always some good links. Also, the old archives from the Nubia Hood radio days are there. There's actually shit on there that I forgot I had done. So go ahead, check that out. And while you there, also, I know I tell y'all about this every week. Make sure you get on up there and go to the Tribute to the Fallen page. It's something that I've been doing for a while. It's something that's very important to me. It's a carousel of people who have met an untimely demise, whether it be by street violence or police violence. Most of them actually on there have been killed by police, believe it or not. If you have somebody that you want to stick up on the old Tribute to the Fallen carousel, make sure you send me a photograph and their name, and I will make sure they get up on there. Like I said, I believe it's a good thing. I believe these people should have tribute, okay, paid to them as long as my black ass is alive. So like I said, if you know someone, and even if you don't know someone, if it's someone you saw on TV or in the newspaper, send me the photograph and make sure you send me the name, and I will make sure they get up on the old Tribute to the Fallen carousel. Alright? Now, next week, make sure you have your black behinds here once again, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, because you know we're back to doing Wednesday shows. I had took a hiatus for a little while, but we are back to doing shows on Wednesday. I think Thursday nights are going to become Dark X Live nights now. So I don't know what we going to be doing, but you know we going to be doing something. I got some really guests. I got some really good guests lined up for y'all, so stay tuned to the old TPOT YouTube page so you can see what we got going down. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I want to thank all of y'all for coming out tonight. I want to thank my mods in the chat, always doing what they're supposed to do. And also, I want to thank you for showing up tonight, spending some time with us. It's always greatly appreciated. And also, if you don't mind, make sure you throw a few likes in this here area right here. It is greatly appreciated. And if you're feeling generous with your coins, go ahead and throw a few coins in the bucket as well. That is also greatly appreciated. Once again, I want to thank y'all for coming through and spending some time with us tonight. So, with that, I will leave you with 3 words. Like I always do,
Dark Exodus.
open your minds. And we out of here, y'all. Peace, folks.
Think about this.
Dark X.
You know.
Open your mind.
Dark Exodus.
Yeah, X.
You know.
You understand?
Only from TPOT Media. Open your minds.